Hi everyone, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning, MoreYoga crew. We've got 2 minutes before we start. If you haven't met me, which I'm sure that most of you have if you've been coming to my classes, my name is Scarlett Woodford. This is Express Vinyasa, so just half an hour. I've got the live chat open, so if anyone wants to ask any questions before we get going, then please do. I usually advise to have a block with you as a prop. If you don't have a block, like the pink one you can see right there, just grab yourself like a book or two. That will do just fine. Anything like a hard, thick book that you're able to lean a hand on if you need to. There's going to be lots of chaturangas in this class, so I hope your upper body is ready. If anybody has any questions, drop them into the chat feed below the video. I will answer them verbally. And I'm going to leave a couple of minutes for Shavasana at the end as well, obviously. I have been recommending a playlist all this week for all my classes. If you want to find it, it is on your favourite green logo streaming service online. Starts with an S. And my username is Scarly Farley. So that's Scarly EY, Farley EY. And the playlist is called Still Here because we're all still in lockdown. So if you want to take a moment to just find that playlist, Scarly Farley is the name. Still Here is the name of the actual playlist. If you want to just put something else on, then please do. I'll leave a couple more moments and then we'll get going. Hey Ali, I'm really looking forward to having you. A day of conference calls, oh my goodness, poor you. So much to do on those. Is it WebEx or Zoom, one of those things? Oh my goodness, they're so stressful, aren't they, to organise? Okay, so let's get going. We will start today in tabletop. So if you want to just come to all fours, I'm going to step away to my mat, but I've got a microphone, so you should be able to hear me just fine. Come straight to your tabletop pose. Shoulders over the knees. And hips over the knees and shoulders over the wrists. Sorry, I think shoulders over the knees would be slightly more complex. So just spread the fingers nice and wide. Draw the chin slightly closer toward the chest and set your gaze between the thumbs. Lengthen through that vast long length of your spine so that the tailbone tucks gently toward the heels but doesn't quite round. And start to fill your chest with breath every time you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. If you can hear my breathing, that's intentional. Ujjayi breath draws that wide flat tongue back in your mouth so that you start to hear that elongated oceanic breath. Any intentions you're working with today, anything you want to set for yourself, start to put that intention and your attention on that right now. 3 more breaths before we move. And on your next breath in, we're just going to open up the right arm to the side of the room. So just open your right arm nice and wide. Push the left hand in harder so that you feel a super big twist when you open up. Now you're not warm yet, so you might not go so far in this posture. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to take it deeper. And then breathe in, open up even wider. And then exhale to thread the right arm underneath the left. Come to lie on that shoulder blade. Now the left arm's going to extend overhead, press all 5 fingertips into the mat in front of you. Push harder through the right hand. Tuck that left toe, extend the leg to the back of the mat, and then squeeze and lift that leg a few feet off the floor. Start to squeeze into your left glute. Hold it here now, nice and fiery for 2. Breathing smoothly for 1. And lower that leg back down. Draw the left hand under shoulder, press both hands under the shoulders. Same on that left side now. Breathe in, open the left arm to the sky. 3 breaths where you twist the rib cage a little deeper and open up for 2. Breathe and twist for 1. And then thread that arm under the right side, come to lie on the left shoulder blade. Right arm extends over your head, plug the fingertips down, and then tuck your right toe, extend your leg to the back of the mat. Push through left hand, lift that leg into the air, hold it here for 3. Holding it for 2. Squeezing your butt for 1. And then lower that leg back down, peel the right hand back, hands underneath shoulders. Now just take a little rock from right to left over your wrists, fingers facing forward. This should feel really gentle. And then we're going to shift that weight forward and back. So inhaling, take it forward. Exhaling, take it back. Inhaling to take it forward. Exhaling to take it back. Last one. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Walking those hands slightly further forward. We're going to tuck our toes. Breathe in. Squeeze and lift the knees by 1 inch and hold it here. Now we're going to step our right toes out to the right. So breathe in, step your right toes out. Exhale back under the body. Keep the knees hovering. Left side, step them out. And then in again. Now take a deep breath in, knees hovered. And exhale to downward facing dog, hips to sky. Start to take any familiar movements you like in downward dog. Maybe you're moving the hips from right to left. Maybe you're straightening through one leg as you push the heel down. Bend the opposite knee. And then other side. Push opposite heel, bend the knee. Cultivate your Ujjayi breath if you haven't yet already, and pull up through that lower part of your pelvis. So we squeeze through those abdominal muscles in and up towards the ribs. And then a deep breath fills just the rib cage, dropping the chest lower, rotating the biceps up to the sky and loosening your neck. Taking a really deep breath in, and then coming to stillness as you breathe out. Take a breath in for the energy, and then exhale to walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of the mat. Breathe in to find a halfway lift, and exhale to fold it down. Now 1 inhale to standing, arms above head, take it all the way up. When you breathe out, pull your elbows down into a cactus and hold it here. Push the elbows forward, tilt the hands back, but keep your belly nice and tight. 3 like that. Breathe in, straighten the arms up. Exhale, pull the elbows down and fingers back. Breathe in, squeeze up. Exhale, pull elbows down, fingers back. Now breathe in, squeeze up. Stay standing, but just let the hands drop to the side. Now interlace the fingers behind the back. Soften the knees. Breathe in, pull the fingers down towards your tailbone, and then exhale, take your hands above your head, drop your chest towards the knees. Holding it here for 3. Maybe moving your hands from right to left for 2. Breathing for 1. And then dropping the hands all the way down. Hands press forward, feet step back. Find that downward facing dog. Now inhale, ripple forward to plank and hold it here. Spread the feet nice and wide and draw the tailbone down. Push hard through left hand. Start to reach your right hand forward off the mat. Keep your hips level. On your next breath out, lift your left foot up. Hold it for 2. Hold it for 1. Hand and foot back down. Left hand reaches forward, breathe in, and then right toes hover. Hold it here for 2. Hold it for 1. Hand and foot down. Deep breath in. Exhale, knees and chest to mat as you breathe out. Breathe in, ripple forward. Cobra pose, little back bend here. And then exhale, take it through your child's pose briefly. And then up to downward facing dog as you breathe out, hips to sky. Breathing in through the nose and sighing out. Breathing in, no one can hear you. And sigh out. Last one, breathing in. Sighing out. Inhaling, right leg rises. So breathe through the nose as you lift your right leg. Exhale to bring your knee to tap your nose. Inhale, send the leg back up and out. Exhale to tap your nose again. Inhale, lift the leg up to sky. Exhale to tap your nose, hold it here for 2. Hold it for 1, and then step between your hands. High lunge, so lift your back heel and draw the arms up toward the sky. Breathing here for 2. Breathing for 1. Take a deep breath in, and then you're going to step the feet together in chair pose. So keep your knee bent and take your left foot forward to meet your right. Take a deep breath in, and then slowly stand up, drop the hands by the sides. I'm going to face you for this bit, don't change your position, just stay right where you are. Start to suck your right knee all the way up to your chest. Cross that ankle over the top of your left knee. Push your right knee to the back of the room. Take a deep breath in, and then take a seat in this chair pose, so arms above you, sinking the hips down, and getting into that right hand glute. Now bring your hands slowly to your heart. This is a little bit of a balancing act. You're going to press both of your hands to the sole of that right foot. So start to turn your rib cage round to the left, press your hands into your right foot, and just rotate your rib cage all the way round. Holding it for 2, twisting deeper for 1, and then start to bring your chest all the way back forwards. We come out as we came in, breathe in, arms up, exhale, standing tall. Take a deep inhale here, and then exhale to fold your way towards the mat. Inhaling, halfway rise, exhale, step or jump to plank. Take a deep breath in, and then drop the knees, or full chaturanga, halfway down. Upward facing dog, hands and feet. Downward facing dog, rolling hips to sky. Breathing in to lift your left leg nice and high. Exhale to tap your nose once. Inhale, take the leg back up. Exhale to tap for a second time. Inhale, the leg rises. Exhale, tap and hold for 2. Tap and hold for 1. And then step it through. Lifting the back heel for high lunge. Draw the arms up. Hold it here and settle for 3. For 2. Breathe for 1. Now look down. Try not to lose the bend in the left knee. Step your feet together for your chair pose for 2. Breathe for 1. And then exhale, stand it tall, drop the hands. I'm going to face you, but don't you worry about moving. Left knee is going to draw up into the chest, flex the foot, take that ankle over to the top of the right knee, and then we're going to lift the arms up and sink it back into your chair. Sink it down as you draw that left knee down towards the ground, holding it here. Now set your gaze and deepen your breath. Both hands are going to come slowly to the sole of that left foot. Can you press it down? Can you rotate your rib cage towards it? Hold for 3. Breathe deeper for 2. Breathe deeper for 1. Now slowly turn the rib cage back. Inhale as you came in, arms up. Exhale to stand it tall. Breathe in, arms lift all the way up. Now take that cactus elbow, draw them halfway down, fingers back. Breathe in, squeeze up, 2 more. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Last one, squeeze in, breathe up. And exhale, pull elbows halfway down, fingers back. Now breathe in, lift the arms, hands together. Exhale, hinge from hips and fold it down. Halfway lift to breathe in. Exhale, hands down to step or jump to plank. Now either chaturanga or your next exhale drops your knees and your chest. Breathe in, roll forward, little cobra, lift or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog is hips up to sky. From here, breathe in, lift the right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend the knee, roll the hip open, so squeeze your heel towards your bum but wrap the shoulders down. Let's take 3 hip openings, so start to move your knee like a big circle, up and round, 2 or 3 times. And then straighten that leg all the way back out behind you. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale to step between your hands. Now you're going to lift the back heel and press your foot down. Bend the front knee a tiny bit if you need to, but ideally leg stays quite straight and the hips level. Using a brick or books if you need to. Press your thumbs down but flip your fingers the other way. Bend the elbows and sink your weight towards that front leg. Keep lifting the back heel, keep drawing your right hip back and your left hip forward. If you want to make it stronger, draw the hands further back. Flamingoing to lift your right toes up into the pose. Stretch that hamstring for 3. For 2. Breathe for 1. And then press that foot back down. Hands come forward, either on the mat or onto bricks. Push through that front foot for standing splits. Lift your left leg nice and high. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Now from here, we go straight to our half moon. So walk the right hand forward in front of the right foot. Start to peel the left hip on top of the right. Flex the left foot and then slowly reach the left arm all that way up. Holding it here in your half moon pose with the body open and the shoulders back. Find it, find it, find it. Take your time. Now let's get a little bit of a quad stretch into this. Either stay where you are or bend that top knee, bring your heel in towards your back. Maybe the left hand is going to reach back. Take the front of that foot and peel the chest open for 3. Open for 2. Open for 1. Release back to half moon. Close hip for standing splits. Take a deep breath in and then drop the feet together at the front of the mat. Take a little wiggle. Uttanasana forward fold, rocking right to left. Whew. Now start to breathe in through the nose again, halfway lift, lift the spine forward, hands down, step or jump back, chaturanga. Exhale to drop knees or come halfway, drop chest. Breathe in, ripple forward, lifting up the heart. Downward dog, one big push through your arms please, hips lift nice and high. Making sure you're cultivating that deep breath through the nose, pressing the heels down with a slight bend in the knee if you want to. Feel the difference between the right hand side and the left. On your next breath in, lift that left leg all the way up to the sky, and then exhale to step it through between the hands. From here, you lift that back heel and start to straighten into that front leg, hips are level. Come onto your fingertips or bricks if you need to. Now, if this feels like enough of a stretch in the left side, then hold it here. Otherwise, press the thumbprints down, swivel the fingertips back, walk the hands back towards your hips, maybe like a flamingo, lifting those front toes up towards your body, holding it here for 3. Hamstring stretch for 2. Breathing for 1. And then drop that foot back down. Now both hands crawl in front. Take a big inhale to standing splits. Squeeze and lift that leg nice and high. Hips are closed. Activation through that left foot. Draw your chest forward. Maybe a slight bend in the elbows for 2. Breathing for 1. From here to our Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Left hand comes forward. Start to open up the right hip on top of the left until your right hand peels naturally off the floor. And open up the right arm to the sky. Shoulders are back. Body is flat and pressed open. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Now either staying here or for a quad stretch, bend that top heel in towards your bum. Maybe the right hand reaches back. Maybe it catches the foot, holding it here as you rotate your right shoulder open for 2. Breathing for 1. And release that foot to half moon. Take a deep breath in, forward fold, everything to the front of the mat. And from here, we're just going to open up that left hip. So take a halfway lift and breathe in. And then step it back to plank pose. On your next exhale, chaturanga or drop the knees, coming down. Breathing in to lift the chest and exhaling to down dog. The moment you get there, lift your left leg, so same leg high, bend the knee and roll it open. Take 3 circles with that knee, rolling up and open for 3. Mindfully for 2. Mindfully for 1. And then come to downward dog. Take a deep breath in, roll the body forward to plank pose. And you're going to roll the elbows in and lower slowly all the way down onto your belly. Take your time to get there all the way forward. Now this part is quite specific. It's a really nice stretch for the quads. So from here, you are going to bring the right knee out to the side and flex your toes like a frog pose. Yeah. So that knee is in line with the hip. The ankle is in line with the knee. Now we are going to stay on the left forearm, but bend the left knee so the heel comes in. Right arm is going to reach all the way back. Take that foot. Now from here, stay and press your hips down and press your tailbone further in towards the ground. See how much of a stretch on the quad you get on the left hand side. Breathing for 3. Pressing tailbone down to get the stretch for 2. Breathing for 1. And release onto that other side. So from a lying flat position on your forearms, bend the left knee so it comes in line with your hip. Take your left foot out to the side. Now, bend the right knee so the heel comes in. Stay on your right forearm. Left arm reaches up and back to rotate and grab that foot. Now press your hips wide and down. Pull into your heel towards your bum. With the tailbone pressed down, you should feel a deep quad stretch on the right. Breathe for 3. Hips pressed down for 2. Breathe for 1. And slowly release. Both elbows down, please. So we're in this lovely, lovely Sphinx pose. Breathe for 2. Breathing for 1. And now we start to come to our peak posture. Draw the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, breathe in to lengthen up to plank, and then exhale to down dog. From down dog, breathe in, bend the knees, and then either step or jump to the front of the mat as you breathe out. Halfway lift to breathe in, and exhale to fold. 1 breath to standing, lift the arms all the way up, and then exhale to drop the hands down. Now I'm going to do this part with you, facing you, but you don't change where you are. We're just going to take that chair pose, but a little bit deeper this time. Draw the right knee up to the chest, cross the ankle over the knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale to take a seat, slowly. So right glute should feel nice and open now. Now set your gaze, deepen your breath. Draw those hands down. See if you can place, again, the palms of the hands on the sole of the right foot. Twist deeper, drop your chest lower, rotate further. Now, if you're here, we're going to try and take chaturanga arms. This is just an option. Can you bring your right elbow to the sole of your right foot? Bring your left elbow in and press your hands as if they're going into a wall. Hold it steady for 3. Hold it steady for 2. Hold it for 1. And then slowly make your way up. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale to step down. Ooh, same on that left side. Standing tall. Breathe in to lift that left knee up. Flex foot, cross ankle on top of knee. Take a deep breath in. Sink into that chair pose here. 2 breaths to find yourself steady. Now we draw the hands slowly down. With your foot flexed and your seat low, press your hands to the sole of your left foot. Try and use that pressing to rotate your ribs towards that left foot. Now, if you feel strong in the right leg, if you can dip your chest lower, bring your left elbow to the sole of that foot and give me chaturanga arms with the elbows squeezed in. Elbow to sole of foot, pressing the hands as if they're going into a wall for 3, for 2, for 1. Now out as you came in, breathe in to slowly stand up. Exhale to stand it, feet together. Now one final chair that's going to take us down to the ground. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Exhale, sink the bum into chair pose, but tense the glutes so you don't sink too far down. Squeeze up through the heels now, so we're on the balls of the feet. This is your last bit of super hard work. Sink the bum a little lower, take a deep breath in, and without losing your seat, push your butt back and drop your chest towards your thighs. Reach forward as much as you can for 3, for 2, breathe for 1, and then you're going to drop your heels and sink your bum toward the ground. Allow yourself to roll back. Whew. From here, just draw the arms all the way out in front. Take a deep breath in, tense your abs, and then take a slow roll onto your back here. From here, just draw the right knee into the chest, and then just draw the left knee up as well into the chest. Take a deep breath in here, and then just drop both knees to the right. Now don't worry if they don't touch the ground. The idea is that the legs are apart, the feet are down, the hips are down, but the knees are just flopping down. And if you want to make this twist a little more intense, just lift up your right foot and put it on top of your left thigh. That should increase that twist and make it a little bit deeper. Just breathing here for 3. Breathe in for 2. Breathe in for 1. Gently lifting up through center. Draw both knees in again, but a space between the knees. And then when you're ready, feet down and just drop the knees to the left. So right knee is probably not going to be anywhere near the floor, and that is normal. If you want to intensify, left foot on top of the right knee, draw it down, nice and heavy. Start to let go of any breath now. As we come to a place of a little bit more stillness. And then draw the knees up. Give your body one last big hug. Draw the nose in towards the knees, and we're going to take a big dramatic sigh together into our Shavasana. So breathe in, squeeze everything together, tense, 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 and then exhale to let it go. Draw the legs out in front and the arms by the sides. And while you're finding your way into your Shavasana, I'm going to take you through a body scan that will just last a minute or 2. So even though I'm about to sit up, you guys just stay right where you are. Allow the spine to be long and tall, and allow everything else in your body to almost melt or settle like sediment away from the spine. Allow the eyes to close, and just take a moment to bathe in this space. So from your comfortable lying posture, bring your attention to the soles of both feet and soften them down a little more. And then bring your attention to the backs of your calves on both legs and soften those. Draw that awareness up through your hamstrings to the tops of your legs. Relax all that muscle. Bring your attention to the lower back, the middle back, the upper back where your heart space sits. And allow the energy to melt from the heart to the shoulder blades. Moving from those those collarbones down each arm and giving life into the fingertips. Lastly, the awareness moves from your heart through your throat and the back of your neck, up into the crown of your head, settling lightly on the eyes, the space between your eyebrows, until you feel subtly aware. Now, if you want to keep lying down here, then feel free. If you want to bring your knees into your chest and take a roll to one side as we finish the class, then you can. I'm going to stay here now online and be available for any questions that you have. If not, I will say, I see you, I love that you come to practice with me, thank you so much, I miss everybody at MoreYoga. And my Instagram handle is @lookcloseryoga, all one word, @lookcloseryoga. So yeah, I will stay here for a little bit if you have any questions, or I will come offline shortly. Thank you, Andy, nice to see you. Thank you, Kirsty. Is everybody super busy today? I bet you guys are. I'm doing a bit of work for my other job as well, for my PR job. So that'll be fun. It's actually quite nice to stay busy, isn't it? It's nice to feel like you're doing a bit of movement, doing a bit of exercise, but also keeping busy. Thank you, Ali and Rachel. Oh, Lala Grace, that's a cool name. Thank you, James, lovely to see you. It would be really nice to see everyone back in the studio, either Clapham Junction or Stamford Brook, whenever we start class back up again. Just so you know as well, the pose that we're going for, which I actually can't do yet, where you press your elbow into the sole of your foot and do chaturanga arms. Eventually we're going to press those hands onto the floor and take an arm balance with your foot on your elbow. It's grasshopper. It's hard work though. Lovely to see you all.